Last year, went through the finals run on that bench, and it's going to be interesting to see how he handles this, because third game, and he's got to get better shooting the ball, but he's got to get better at making sure he continues to throw it ahead to these wings and over the top.
Isaac Jacob coaching the Pacers. Billy Donovan III is the Bulls Summer League head coach, 33 years old, and the son of the coach of the big club, Billy Donovan.
And only 33 years old. That beard might be hiding that a little bit, but he's 33. Trying to look a little bit older. He's a heck of a young coach.
Yeah, a lot of these coaches in Summer League are just getting their feet wet in that head job as the Pacers control the opening tap, looking to move to 2-1 here in Vegas Summer League. It is tough to make that top four of the playoffs with a loss, but Indy not out of it just yet. Here's Furphy, the 35th pick in the draft last year after he was one and done at Kansas. Big-time recruit out of Australia. 5 to shoot. Ray J. Dennis lets it fly, comes up short. And the rebounds of Javon Freeman Liberty. Ahead to Jameer Young, former Maryland Terrapin, rejected by Furphy.
Well, we know both teams are going to run, and Liberty's a guy that he can push it, he can throw it ahead, he can get to the rim. He'll take some pull-up threes. You're playing basically with 2 point guards right now with Javon Freeman Liberty and Jameer Young in the game, which is good for Chicago.
Young averaged more than 7 assists per game in the G League last year, 17 in red. Here's Buzelis at 6'9", versatile wing. Freeman Liberty on the pump and go, can't roll it in. Rebound down to Cam Jones, the rookie from Marquette. Here's Enrique Freeman out of Akron. On the drive, Philip Wheeler's got one of the best stories of anyone playing here in Vegas. He missed his first shot. Rebound went down to Lachlan Olbrich, another Aussie. Couple of them playing on the floor right now. And the foul on Wheeler as a Senge pushing tempo.
Senge can just, he gets up the court, and the other day he had probably 6 rebounds in about 5 minutes, 6 minutes. It was just, he gets on the glass, he uses both hands, he can get out and run, he can play coast to coast. But like so many young players, he's just got to get a more consistent jump shot.
Just 18 years old, played professionally in Germany. Let's go back to the other day when he took a shot to the quad and had to leave this game in the middle of the third quarter. And in full transparency, we weren't sure he was going to play today, but he bounced back. You can see him on that screen trying to get around it. But Senge is back in the lineup, and that's a good sign for Bulls fans. Just wanted to get a look at him.
Absolutely, and I like it because we were pretty much led to know that he wasn't going to play this morning. And a couple hours before the game, it was, which means that's a guy that wants to play. And I think that's important. Doesn't matter when it is, you got to want to play.
And there's been much discussion about when and how he left his team in Germany. The fact that he wants to be out here and play, that's a good sign.
No question. I mean, getting back to being in the green room for the draft, that was very important to him. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime deal for anybody in the world, especially guys coming from overseas like that. And he's responded. And we're going to have a lot of fun watching him in the zone because they're playing a 3-2 drop zone with Chicago. So we see Buzelis get fouled. But as we watch this, and people are watching this at home, watch how Senge plays at the top when it goes back to Indiana's ball. And as the ball drops, he drops with it. And when he's using his length and when he's spreading out, it's a tough look. He has a tendency to stand up sometimes and let his arms drop. But that's one of the sidelights of this game that I think they have him in mind when they play that zone.
Yeah, the length of Senge just pops when you watch him play. What'd you think of him as a prospect?
I liked him a lot. What I said is in leading up to the draft, he reminded me in this way of Zachary Risacher, who was the #1 pick of Atlanta last year. You saw Zachary play in the summer, the year before he got, or the summer before he got drafted. You didn't see it, but all he did is get better and better and better. And I think that's exactly what Senge did, playing overseas. That didn't maybe have the numbers, but you could see him improving.
Furphy took a look at a 3, instead drives, goes right at his countryman Olbrich, out of bounds, Bulls ball.
I like Olbrich. I like him a lot. I have a feeling we're going to be talking a lot about him. This guy plays hard. People call him a throwback. Maybe it's the mustache is the throwback. But I think when he spreads out and plays with both those arms and uses his activity, now he'll take this.
Olbrich playing on the ball. Buzelis curls around him. Finds Young, that lefty stroke for 3. Olbrich got a hand on the rebound, but Wheeler comes up with it. He's got the only 2 for the Pacers so far. Furphy eyes up Buzelis. Now Wheeler in the mismatch against the big Olbrich, and Wheeler almost popped the pavilion, but he's fouled and he'll go to the free throw line.
I like with Ulbrich. He sets a screen. He took some shots like that the other day off that top. But he's playing. He's using his hands. He's physical. He's aggressive. He's the son of a great Australian basketball player that unfortunately passed away at a young age in life, 51, actually playing basketball. His father, Greg. But Lachlan came over, played at UC Riverside, was freshman of the year in the Big East, or Big West. I'm sorry. And I love watching him on film. If there's a one knock on a lot of bigs right now, especially in college, they really don't use both hands equally when it comes not only to offense, but defense. As we watch Lachlan today, this guy has got good wingspan. He uses both hands, can score either way, and can defend with either hand.
Ulbrich was a champion in the NBL with the Illawarra Hawks. Really came on strong toward the end of that series, games 4 and 5, to put them over the top. Here goes Ulbrich to that left hand. Trying to get rid of Wheeler. Good defense from him. Steal by Cam Jones. Right past Freeman Liberty for the deuce, and the Pacers take the lead.
Great job by Cam Jones, reading it, getting an outside hand steal there. Ulbrich has got a lot of twirl and spin in his game, and Cam Jones read it perfectly on that pass. Watch Cam get this jump right here. If we get a chance to see it, there's it. Boom. Outside hand, puts it in his hand, breaks it down, goes to the rim. Great layup. There is no better layup maker in the draft coming out of college this year than Cam Jones. I have no doubt about that.
Enrique Freeman, a wild attempt after the Pacers were giving the Bulls all sorts of problems, just getting the ball across half court. Dribble drive for Freeman Liberty, and Wheeler with the block. Out of bounds, no foul.
I tell you what, the film doesn't do justice to how quick Wheeler is, whether it was that move we saw a couple plays ago or how he recovered on this drive. He's there, look at it, gets there, uses his length, he doesn't give up, he times it, gets the hand up. Excellent job, because Freeman's crafty. He pulls that thing off his hip quick, but Wheeler never got out of position with his hands. Really good play.
Philip Wheeler left high school early in New Jersey, went to Europe, played professionally. And when he came back to the States, he took a chance on himself, moving to Texas to be a practice player for the Vipers of the G League, unpaid. And look at him now, one of the best players in the G League just a few years later. Here comes Ray J. Dennis. Now Talon Peter, one of the more intriguing players on this Pacers roster. And the shooting is a big reason why, but he missed his first look.
You got all kinds of storylines today. You don't get games like this all the time.
This is a jam-packed game. Senge going to work. Mid-range pull-up is good.
Yeah, that's what I like. He actually gets more lift when he goes off the dribble than he does on his three. That's going to be one of the things he does not get enough push off his lower body. There we saw it off the dribble.
Jones lost it. Freeman Liberty picked his pocket, bounces it ahead to Senge, wrapped up. And out of bounds, it'll be Bulls ball. But talking about Philip Wheeler, you know, he and his mom, his little sister, and his dog Milo, a pit bull mix.
Gotta have Milo with you.
Yeah, cannot forget about Milo. They moved from New Jersey to Texas. His mom drove 20 hours to be there, and it was just for a practice player spot, an unpaid spot, basically an internship. And he was so impressive with his work ethic and his attitude that the Vipers gave him a shot. Now playing for the Texas Legends the last couple of years, one of the best players in the G.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the kind of story that Summer League is made for. I mean, it really is. And to see him out here, came off a very good game the other day, or a very good first half, I should say. He's out here battling. Those are the kind of stories that it doesn't matter if you're the coach, the management, the teammates, you're endeared to somebody like that. Because if you're going to be a practice player in Rio Grande for free, and then you figure out a way to get signed, that's impressive stuff.
Furphy will shoot a couple. A guy who, like you said, Coach, just seems tailor-made to play for this Indiana system.
Well, he really is, and he had just some incredible games at Kansas as a freshman. And then he went into a little bit of slump, and he wasn't shooting the ball with the same level of confidence. I thought it was more technique-driven. He was really fading back at Kansas a little bit, and he certainly didn't have the strength he has now. But when he gets set, when he can land and have a great landing on his shot, because he's got a quick release, but he is really gaining some strength to go with that excellent athleticism.
There was a point during his season at Kansas as Buzelis goes in and drops the hammer. And out of bounds on the Pacers. It'll be Chicago ball.
When we watch this guy is so much bigger, so much better than he was a year ago. Look at the power and the explosion that Matas Buzelis takes up there. Take that, Indiana. Beautiful, beautiful pass. Great dunk.
NBA 2K26 Summer League is proudly sponsored.
As far as that goes, but so are we. We come from the Windy City, and that's something that we continue to preach to our young guys. When I asked him, what from Summer League do you want to take into the regular season? He said exactly that, our pacing. And he said, I can't think of a better opponent to run with than the Indiana Pacers.
Could have a lot of points today. And the Bulls really ran last season, second in the league in pace behind the Grizzlies. And we know about the Pacers. I mean, that's their calling card, is how fast they play.
Yeah, and we hope that we can keep that rhythm of the game the way it's going right now, because it's may not be great on the efficiency, but the movement, the cutting, it's very, very good.
Buzelis pulls the trigger, laces a three.
Really good job of being balanced on that, coming off the screen. Those are hard shots when you're a right-hander, turning it off your right foot. Got squared up and knocked it down.
Buzelis was 36% from deep as a rookie. Look at the pressure from Yuki Kawamura. They force a backcourt violation. Man, Yuki comes in the game and just makes stuff happen.
Well, there's the start of the game, and then there's the Yuki start of the game. And that's what we're going to get right now with his energy level. He is must-see television, must-see ticket buying. Very, very efficient player. Plays with just a visual passion in his game. And it's great to watch him. He's an excellent shooter, excellent passer, and gets after you defensively.
He's got some highlight reel, dazzling passes already in Summer League through just a couple of games. Young on the kick. Gets it back, mid-range jumper is pure.
He is so good, Jameer Young, at that. He's been like that since he played at Charlotte under Ron Sanchez. Then he went with Kevin Willard to Maryland. But the guy can make plays. He's very crafty anywhere in that paint area.
There's Emmanuel Miller going straight to the hole and drawing the foul.
It's good to see him out there because he's been banged up, and this is a guy, again, there's a lot of story with him. When he was coming into college at Texas A&M playing for a Canadian national team, I'm not sure between Canada and the United States there was a better offensive rebounder. And he went to play with Buzz Williams at Texas A&M, played a lot of minutes there, got a lot of things done, was an all-SEC freshman team, eventually transferred to TCU and played for Jamie Dixon. So he's had some outstanding coaching, and he really, really wants to make it, along with his younger brother Leonard, who's playing for the T-Wolves.
Well, we talked about the Bulls' pace. And if you look at what they did last season, after the All-Star break, they were second in the league behind only the eventual champion Thunder in raw points per game. And the Bulls finished the regular season 15-5. They got themselves in the play-in where they lost to the Heat for the 3rd year in a row. But you can say the schedule was soft, and some teams might not have been trying to win as much as the Bulls were, but they did finish the season well.
They sure did. And you look at Indiana, I mean, they were 34-14 after January 1st. Their defense got better. The running game improved. These are two teams that got a lot better in the Eastern Conference during the season.
9-0 run for the Bulls. Jones can't end that. Ulbrich clears the rebound, pushes it ahead. Good hands from Talon Peter. It'll stay with Chicago. I see the next generation of NBA stars at NBA Summer League in Las Vegas. Tickets are going fast. Get yours now at NBAEvents.com. Come hang out, have some fun, watch some hoops. Always a fun part of the schedule.
And maybe if you're Drew Carter, go to the Backstreet Boys and buy the ticket online and go stand in the general admission. Not a bad night for you, Drew.
Oh my God, they're back again. And really, they never left.
We've got a great game, so we don't have any time to talk about that cup you bought. But we're going to get to the cup that basically cost about $40.
That's you know what, Tom? That's my version of the NBA Cup. I'm going to get it sponsored.
I'm with you. Great shot.
Furphy. Yeah, stop and pop.
And that's what they want him to do too. Be comfortable pulling that thing off the break, and especially off the dribble like that. He can really run to the corners. He can really catch it on the wing and make a play, and that's what he's got to be able to do consistently to get minutes in Indiana.
Well, that's a good closeout and good hands by Furphy. End-to-end action, Johnny Furphy. All over the place. Oh! The hammer from down under.
You can't draw it up any better than that. Get the steal on a first-round draft pick, lottery pick. Go get a dunk.
Foul. Ulbrich scores. We got Ozzie scoring on both ends.
Look at Furphy. Got the pull-up. Eyes are up. Sells it. Sells the fake with his eyes. Keeps his hand through the ball. Knocks it down. Then scraps. Gets on the floor. Look how quick he gets up. That's why I'm putting his speed with anybody. And he says, look out. Thunder from down under.
And then Ulbrich on the other side, a chance at an and one. I feel like we're watching a practice for the Boomers right now, the Australian national team, with how these guys are playing. Furphy takes a seat. Here's Ray J. Dennis at the controls.
Now you want to move the ball against this zone. Good job. They want to get the ball in the paint and make the defense collapse so they can get the ball kicked out like that.
That's a long one. Ray J. Dennis reins it in from 27 feet.
Good movement. Got to get the ball in the paint if you're Indiana.
Out of bounds, it stays with the Bulls as we cross 3 minutes to play in the first quarter, and Johnny Furphy is the story so far.
He really is. He really is. I don't know if thunder from down under does justice to this tomahawk that he just throws down here in the Cox Pavilion. Beautiful play.
You waited a lifetime for this moment. Now it's time to celebrate. The official collection. The Oklahoma City Thunder, NBA champions.
in, and Kevin Pritchard, their president of basketball operations, has already ruled him out for the entirety of this upcoming season. So the question for the Pacers now becomes, how do you win without him?
And that was so tough. I mean, he had 3 threes when he went down in that game. He was 3 for 3 from the three-point line. I'm not one of those people that believe that Indiana is going to have that huge of a drop. And not just because the East is a little... You see, Senge, see, I like that 3 because he got some lift on his shot. But I'm not one of those that think the Pacers got to mail this in. They've got Andrew Nembhard, who's just gotten better and better. They've got Nesmith. Let's say a Cam Jones and a Johnny Perfy can bring a little bit of depth. I like that they grabbed Jay Huff. And I'm also not of the belief that they're going to lose a ton defensively without Miles Turner. And they're going to lose something offensively. But defensively, he had his struggles sometimes in the pick and roll and certainly with defensive rebounds.
Senge again, he's filling it up. Noah Senge, the best he's looked so far, 9 points already.
Miles Turner could make a lot of shots and was a very effective player. They've got a chance he can get better, more inside, with more pressure on the pick and roll game and maybe better defensive rebounding.
Freeman Liberty, that's a jump ball as he was stuck in the air. Looking at Andrew Nembhard, his brother's playing there.
Yeah, absolutely. His brother's with Dallas. Signed a 2-way with Dallas, starting at the point. He's really gotten better. There was a time a year ago, I think Rick Carlisle really was already feeling like he was the best defensive player in the backcourt that they had. And he's just gotten better and better and better.
Yeah, he was hounding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the finals. We got him, T.J. McConnell, mentioned Nesmith. Maybe there's opportunity for
and it's
a guy like
early.
Perfy.
Sure, they're still early. You know that there's the potential of getting somebody else that they can bring in there. That's a destination program right now.
Yuki Kawamura, high arcing jumper.
And at 5'8", with the step back, created some good space. It's not how far he went, it's how quick he gets his shot off.
Dennis snakes the ball screen. Kawamura chasing him around. Freeman Liberty got a hand on it. Stays here with Indy. 6 to shoot as Dennis gets it back. Late shot clock situation. There goes Ray J. Dennis. Freeman Liberty playing great defense. He finds Baker, rejected. David Muoka comes in and slams the door. Freeman Liberty, Muoka. What a sequence for the guy from Hong Kong.
Absolutely, and you love to see that. He makes a play on the defensive end. He gets rewarded for an offensive play. Great job making sure that he got out of there. Kept the ball in bounds, took off. Phenomenal. Look at this step. Look at Yuki. Steps it back. Ray J. Dennis gets him off bounds just a little bit. Shoots it over top. And look at Muoka here. Slides in. Okay, slides in right there. Gets the hand on it. Knocks it back. Takes off. Finds a way. Here he comes. 3, 2, 1. Slam dunk. Great play.
But wait. Hims. Why would I use Hims to have my ED meds delivered to my door? I love pharmacy lines.
Why would I use clinically proven ingredients to regrow my hair through Hims? I love wearing hats 24/7.
Why would I choose weight loss treatment I can afford through Hims? I love selling off my prized possessions.
so far. 9 points in the first quarter, leading all scores, and he's helped spark 2 different 9-0 runs in this quarter.
He really has, and there's definitely concerns about his weight, right? If you hear people that want to really go into something, he's not that big. He's under 200 pounds, but he is quick. And what I like about him, great shot there. You know what I like about him, Drew? He can take a hit. So he might be thin, he's young, but he can take a hit. He does not shy away from contact at all.
Into double figures already. Final minute of the first. Good play from Kawamura. Poked it free. Got it back behind the head. Freeman Liberty missed it. And Yuki almost had another highlight reel assist.
Yuki should have took that layup. I mean, I get the passing, but that's probably where you want to set it up and take the layup. Give it to him just a little bit late. All right, take it in. You have the drive with your left hand. Tough place to give him the ball, but Freeman Liberty flies up that court.
Hunter Maldonado did well defending the rim. 10 to shoot. Freeman Liberty find Kawamura. Defended by Stephen Ashworth out of Creighton. Kawamura bumps. It goes! It's the Yuki show.
Absolutely. He's must see. I've been looking forward to seeing him in this game. He is fun to watch. He really is. He's very, very efficient and effective. Look, he pounds the dribble, gets into Ashworth, gets a little shoulder bump, create a little bit of separation, brings it home. Very, very confident player. He had a little Steve Nash look on that pass when he threw it to Jerron Freeman Liberty. That wasn't Sean Marion flying behind him, though.
No, Amar
Stoudemire.
Kawamura has just taken Summer League by storm. And he gets the friendly roll. 5'8" out of Japan. Pacers have a Japanese player on their roster as well, Keisei Tominaga from Nebraska. See if he gets in the game. It'll be a fun matchup. We see a Japanese flag behind us here at the pavilion. 14-0 Chicago run. They are doubling up Indiana. Talon Peter in the lane for 2. Nice move.
Nice drop. Talon is a very, very good athlete. His numbers are video game numbers of his percentages. But a lot of that because he's a very good athlete and can find ways to get to the rim.
That's how the quarter comes to a close. The Pacers end a 14-0 Bulls run thanks to Talon Peter, but Yuki Kawamura and Chicago off and running.
Eczema isn't the same for everyone, but with Ebglyss,
All right, Mel, Noah Senke says they're playing by their rules. It's not the Jordan rules for the Bulls, but it's their Vegas Bulls rules here, playing fast. And he also mentioned how they've known each other for a week, Tom, and they're trying to make it work on the fly.
Yeah, and it's not like he grew up around many of them. I mean, when you think about it, he comes over here, I believe, on the Monday before the draft. On Wednesday, And then all of a sudden he's in Chicago and he's in there in the workout center and he's in practice. That's not easy. And he's had no break, you know, which right now I think is a really good thing for him because he came over to the States in great game shape. And he certainly played that way since he's been here. But I think he does not have to have the ball to affect the game. He can cut, he can run, he can pass it, he can rebound it. He just got to get better as a shooter.
That's what he talked about when he said, you know, every team has a superstar already. How can he impact the game without the ball? And today he's impacting the game with the ball. 11 points in the first quarter.
And that's what it's like. Hugo Gonzalez, who's with Boston, he was playing on a team that had some real veterans, you know, like guys that had played in the NBA. When you're a young player, it's not only the games that you get, you can't just look at the minutes and how they play. You got to look at the fact that they are growing in an environment with other grown men, guys in their late 20s and 30s. They're playing in incredible environments. And again, and Noah and Ben Seraph, who's with Brooklyn now, they were playing for a championship a few weeks back. And it's invaluable to come over here and have that kind of mindset because you really don't have to figure out, man, I got to compete and go hard. You're already doing that.
Sideline out of bounds for Billy Donovan, the third's team. Kawamura hooks the pass. What a find from Yuki. Muoka finishes it off.
I like Muoka. I really do. I thought he did a good job for the Windy City team last year. He's gotten bigger since a year ago. I really like what he does, but Yuki can make anybody look better.
Got eyes in the back of his head. Ashworth comes up short on a three. Rebound, Buzelis.
Ashworth has got to separate. He's not used to being taller than the other guard that he's going against here, but he's got to separate a little bit and get that shot. He's not getting his feet set when he raises up to shoot.
Ashworth 6'1", defending Kawamura 5'8".
5'8".
Liberty.
Is that what it says?
That's what he's listed as.
That's what lifts. There's lifts in there.
That's a little generous, Coach?
I think it's very generous, Drew. Very generous. But it doesn't matter. 5'6", 6'6", 7'6". He's kicking the ball. He moves it so well. Look at that. Great hook pass. Vision up the whole way. Now, there was no pressure on the ball or in the roller in that situation. Everybody's hands are basically up late. And but he's got great vision. And that, if you're small like that, you have got to have escapability. And that is what Yuki has. He has that. He's got wiggle. He's got quick twitch, but he can escape defenses.
Freeman Liberty at the line. We remind you that Summer League action continues on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. Tonight on NBA TV, the Jazz and the Spurs, 8:30 Eastern, followed by the Clippers and the Lakers, all LA. And then tomorrow, Timberwolves and Pistons at 4:30 Eastern, followed by the Thunder and the Magic. You know, being 5'8" or maybe 5'6", whatever he is not a disqualifier to make it in the league. We've seen guys like that, Muggsy Bogues, Spud Webb.
Absolutely, and he was property of the Grizzlies last year, and there's no question. I mean, this guy can play. I mean, it's no novelty act. I mean, he can play.
Good play by Cam Jones, finding Robert Baker.
He like I said earlier, you can see the passion that he has. Maybe not overly talkative, but he plays with incredible energy.
Offensive rebound, Muoka. Freeman Liberty for three. Rattles out, and Furphy skies for the board.
Those are the shots of your Javon Freeman Liberty. You got to knock those down. And he's a very good shooter, very good player. To stick in the NBA, you got to make your open ones.
Offensive foul. Kawamura got in Furphy's way and drew the whistle. And a coach's challenge coming from Indiana. See if his feet were set. And we'll take a look as we got a green light special here at the Pavilion.
I don't think they're overruling that one.
We'll have the call when we return. Also update you on the overtime game happening at Thomas and Mack.
Zepbound means change. For adults with obesity to help lose weight and keep it off. Zepbound can help adults lose up to 48 pounds. And some lost over 58 pounds.
return. It's going to be a defensive foul. Sheree Mitchell making the call over there, so the foul is on Yuki Kawamura. Furphy draws it. He'll go to the free throw line. Meanwhile, at the Thomas and Mack Center, Atlanta and Houston locked up in overtime. It's a 2-minute overtime period, and if they're still tied at the end of that, then they go to a sudden death overtime. And this is a big one for the Hawks, as they're 2-0.
It really is, and the Rockets are playing today without Reed Shepherd, and you know they couldn't have been happy with the way everything went for them yesterday, and they're battling this. For both teams, both coaching staffs, this is invaluable game situation experience right here. To be in overtime and have to figure out a way to win a game.
So with Furphy at the line, Kawamura called for the foul as the Pacers win their challenge. A good start for Johnny Furphy with 9 points. Hasn't missed a shot. 2 for 2 from the floor, 1 for 1 from outside the arc, and has made all 4 free throws.
I love this matchup. I mean, this is fun. That's a matchup that's going to be happening for a long time in the NBA. Buzelis and Furphy.
Kawamura draws the foul, and Yuki continues to slice and dice this Pacers defense.
Yeah, and I'm not for the makeup call, but I'm glad to see Yuki get that one right there, because I didn't necessarily agree with overruling that call. Not that I had a say.
You always have a say, Coach.
Well, I have a say on over here, but I didn't have a say on the outcome of the game.
So when you watch him play, Tom, you think he can really make it in the NBA?
Oh, I think so. I mean, in the way the NBA goes, and whether it's in a third point guard situation, whether it's in a two-way that you're bringing back and forth, especially in a team where the G League team is right there, I mean, so you can do different things. Absolutely. I mean, he plays hard. You pretty much get over the fact that he's 5'8" real quick when you see him play, because the efficiency. Look at him pressuring the ball. Right, he's not fouling, he's moving his feet. He is incredibly quick-handed and incredibly quick with his feet.
Switched on to Furphy, shoots over the top. That's Furphy's first miss. As Senge can't spear the rebound. Comes down to Baker, he kicks it out to Cam Jones. Lines it up, knocks it down for 3.
Nice job by Cam Jones. Such a great player in the lane, but Shaka Smart and his staff at Marquette, every year, Cam Jones just got better and better and went from a volume guy that maybe didn't have great shot selection as a young player, somebody that really understands the value of each possession as he got older.
Buzelis fouled as he tried to go through the lane.
And I said it before, with what Marquette does with individual improvement, Cam Jones was the best layup maker this year. A year ago, it was Tyler Kolek, who we'll see tomorrow, you know, with the Knicks. And being able to get into the paint, it's one thing to get your shot off. It's another one to be so efficient, to play with either hand. And especially when you're in there not always beating your matchup. You've got to beat bigs, and you've got to get it over the second defender. And Cam Jones is really, really good. I say his layup making is like the Eagles' tush push. You know it's coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Well, coming up next, our triple header continues. The Celtics take on the Heat, and then the Suns and the Kings round out the night. Boston 2-0 in the Summer League so far.
You can't be cheering for them.
I didn't say I am.
There's your guy right there.
He is.
There's your guy. He sure is. He's here early.
Hugo Gonzalez has been impressive so far. Jordan Walsh playing well.
I love him. I haven't had a chance to see them play live out here. Jordan Walsh is definitely capable. Got to get better shooting the ball. And I love reading some stories about Walsh. He's really trying to figure out his role with the Celtics and not come into a situation where he's got to do things that he's not going to do with the Celtics.
We'll take another look at the Thomas and Mack Center. 1 point lead for the Hawks for now. Rockets at the line. Now, best they can do is tie. We're calling 2 games at once here, Coach.
It's all right. Enrique Freeman right there. It's a good matchup. He's so quick. He got his hands there, and we saw that yesterday. You put 2 hands on the cutter, 2 hands on the screener, they're going to call those fouls. And I was thinking, looking at that, can you imagine how many points Steph Curry would have in his career if they called the 2-hand grabs and touches? All right, the way we saw yesterday. He's already got a ton. He might have passed LeBron.
Buzelis fouled on a 3, a chance at 4. And meanwhile, over at the Thomas and Mack, the Rockets did not take the lead. Kennedy Chandler with the dunk, but there was a timeout called before it, so they're still down by 1.
Good for Kennedy Chandler, though. That's a situation now. Buzelis going to the foul line. That's where Furphy's got to get better. Buzelis kind of set him up. Buzelis has still got to get to a point where he's lower on his pull-up and lower on his shot. But he got Furphy off balance, and that's what he's got to get better at. You can't foul like that as a young player trying to make a high-level NBA team like the Pacers.
Tom, we've now called 3 games together, and we've seen a 4-point play in all of them.
Look as he comes off. Great pass. All right, Furphy's just a little bit late. Jumps into him. He got caught standing up. But good play by Buzelis. Very good play. That's what you need. He got down. He got away. He escaped. He was ready to shoot it. Furphy jumps in. He watches the ball go through the rim. That is such an underrated part of shooting. Most people watch their release. They don't watch it finish. The great shooters do. You have to see the ball in flight as it gets into the rim. That's what we were talking about yesterday. Reed Shepherd is so good at that. You know, his vision on the shot, because you're going to be spending a lot of time getting your shot challenged. And if you're going to get distracted and lose your vision when the defender is running at you, you're never going to be a great shooter. Buzelis has made a big jump on that in a year with Chicago because he missed a lot of those shots at Ignite when people were running at him.
Well, he really improved during his rookie season. If you look at his pre-All-Star and post-All-Star numbers. Major jump for Buzelis as Ulbrich rolls it in on a little baby hook.
That's his vintage move. Go a couple different ways, spin back, twirl, and get the shot off.
Well, we got Summer League Red Zone going for you here. Overtime, Rockets with a chance to take the lead or maybe win it at the horn. That went in, but it does not count. They just threw an inbounds pass in. That's an incredible trick shot, but it's not worth anything.
I still like our 4-point plays over here.
A lot of action. Well, that's amazing. Here's Philip Wheeler at the line. 9 for 10 shooting free throws against Oklahoma City in their loss a couple of days ago.
Not much is going to faze this guy. If you go over to Italy, your high school senior year, and if you bounce around and you drive with Milo and Mom to Texas 20-some-odd hours, you put it in, you realize you're never taking this for granted if you're playing here with the Indiana Pacers in the Summer League. And he plays that way. He plays like he is really, really trying to make a point.
Still just 23 years old, Philip Wheeler. There's Jameer Young. Freeman Liberty defended by Peter. Miller loads up a tray. Way off. And a foul on the rebound. It'll go against Enrique Freeman of the Pacers. It's 11 fouls for them in this first half. But Summer League rules, you get 10 fouls per quarter for the opponents in the bonus. The Pacers have 6 here in the second. Buzelis has 11, so does Senge. Buzelis on the drive through Freeman. Offensive foul.
You know what? You're not upset with that play if Buzelis is dropping his shoulder to go to the rim like that. He's really getting the tricks. He got Furphy pushed off into the pick. He kept his eyes up, made the drive. That's something you can live with there.
Well, the Bulls are in play-in purgatory. 3 straight years they've lost in the play-in. And even though it was a good end to the regular season for the Bulls, it just felt like the ceiling was capped, and ultimately that was the case as they missed out on the playoffs again. Midway point of the second quarter, Cam Jones the spin. Good hustle from Freeman, tapped it over to Furphy, finds a cutting Wheeler. Goes up and Buzelis with the block. Wheeler got it back, tried to throw it in the rim. And a foul's called on Buzelis, who wants him to challenge.
Yeah, he came up. He didn't get a lot of lift on his first attempt, Philip Wheeler, but he went up to get it on his second one. He earned that foul.
There's that type of...
Yeah, you got to go up with your left hand in that situation. He didn't, but he comes back and he's trying to punch it. But that's where you get it on that side. There can be no hesitation. You're not going to score that basket with your right hand. You got to use your left because the defender's on your inside hand.
Billy Donovan III, head coach of the Windy City Bulls.
I know Billy II is here, but if Bill the First, Bill Donovan, one of the great people you could ever meet in your life, if you've ever met him. You see where Billy is the way he is after having his father, Bill Sr.
Well, speaking of coaches, Jim Boeheim's joining us right after this.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal.
Mack Center overtime between Atlanta and Houston. Last-ditch effort from the Rockets off the rim, and the Hawks win. They move to 3-0. They're in pole position right now for playoffs here in Vegas. Drew Carter, Tom Crean, Melanie Ricks back with you here at the Pavilion. And it's a pleasure to be joined by one of the best to ever do it, Jim Boeheim, longtime coach of Syracuse, here watching Buddy. Buddy hasn't gotten in the game yet, but what's it like to be in this role now as a parent when you're not coaching him?
You know, it's tough. I always, even coaching your son, you're trying to coach your team, you're worried about your son, you know. But I'm glad I have a Syracuse guy who's going to say good things about me, or you'll be out of the Alumni Association. So it's nice to be here with you and Tommy. It's, you know, Summer League. Remember when we came here, Tommy, in the beginning, there was 10 people in the building.
Yeah,
and they had to pay people to come to the games. And now Warren, who started at one of the areas, now making so much money. He doesn't even talk to me anymore. You know, it's crazy. But, yeah, Buddy hurt his thumb at the end of the year last year with Oklahoma City. He had surgery, so I don't think he's playing today. And he might play a little bit this week. But he had a great year in Oklahoma City, and he loves the coach there. So I hope he can go back there, because it was a really good situation for him. But it's tough when he can't get to play. I don't get to critique.
Yeah.
Really, his mother doesn't get to critique his play so much.
Well, you guys have been coming out as a family when the boys were playing, which is impressive. Let me ask you this: you coached them. I never coached my son, but I watched them play enough sports. It's got to be harder to watch him play when you're not coaching him than it actually is coaching him, or is it?
Probably. It's hard both. You know, I love coaching him and Jimmy, but, you know, you're rooting for them, but you're trying to win the damn game. You know, you're trying to win the game. That's what you got to do. But it's still fun to do. It was a great experience. But, you know, he's become such a good shooter, and he's gotten better every year in the G League. He's gotten better on defense and better and better. Sometimes it takes shooters who have a skill that can translate to the NBA. It takes them a while to figure out the defense and the other stuff so that they can get to the NBA. You have some kids, like the kid Merrill that came from out west.
Yeah, Utah State.
Utah State, and it took him 4 years in the G League.
Or Boise State, I think.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no,
Utah
State.
Okay, Utah State.
The Syracuse
Same
guy,
area.
he knows.
Yeah, he's with the Cavs.
Oh, he knows now. Drew Carter, this is a high-level guy right here.
Well, he's got a lot of competition when it comes to the Hall of Fame at Syracuse. So, you got to get through Costas and Tirico. And
he's probably one contract away, though, from being one of your board members, though. I mean, they'll be hitting him up for some donations.
No, that's why they bring Sean McDonough and all these guys back, because they just want to give some money. They don't, they're glad they did well, but it's about alumni donations.
Well, I'm not sniffing that Hall of Fame anytime soon. But speaking of Syracuse alumni, Jim, I need Buddy to be healthy.
Oh my goodness!
Cocked it way back.
My goodness, that was in the top 10 out here, maybe all time.
Oh, I think we'll see SportsCenter tonight with that one.
That one's got to be on Sports.
Man,
that's a thunder from way down
under.
Wow.
Incredible how he brought that ball back. Look at this. Look at him bring that back. That raised the level of energy in this building.
Oh.
There's a lot more to his game. The block shot stayed in line with the three, shooting that ball with confidence. Great landing. Gets on the floor against Buzelis, gets the steal. We thought this was the best dunk we'd see today, and it in his own right was probably an 8 or a 9. But when we see that, oh my goodness, that's a full-time 12 right there. He brought that ball back. Incredible, Coach.
If that's not top 4 or 5 in SportsCenter night, they're not watching their TV sets.
You better have a heck of a day if that's not number 1.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
It's really impressive.
Jim, where does that rank among dunks you've seen at Summer League? Can you think of any better?
No, I haven't seen many, but I don't go to all the Summer League, but I've been coming here since when no fans were here to now you can't get in. No, that's a easy top 10 dunk here.
Jameer Young for 3. Well, I know really you came over to sit with us because there's a better seat than where you are.
Yeah, I was up in the rafters the other day. I never sat up there for a game before, but the usher who's been here 30 years said, "No, Coach, you sit here." So I got a good seat today. You know, that's a good thing.
With Buddy being with the OKC Blue, and you getting a chance to watch that team, I'm sure you made some trips out there.
Yes.
What's your impression, the way you've coached all these years, of what Oklahoma City is doing with that team and with that defense?
Well, the guy's an unbelievable coach. First of all, he came, up the hard way, which you should, as assistant and so forth. He's a great coach. He even comes to Buddy's practices and talks to Buddy in the G League.
That's awesome. Well, that was his start. He really, he did a great job there.
And Sam Presti is there. He comes to G League things. He's in the whole thing. In everything. And they just do everything right. They eat the same food as the big team. They play in the same gym.
Wow, that's interesting.
Everything they do is first class all the way. Everything they do, and the players. All the big team players treat the G League players like family and work with them and talk to them. I mean, it's just a great organization. He was thrilled, happy to be there, and I hope he'll be back there again this year. I hope. He's getting better. As a shooter, you've got to get good enough on defense so you can handle the NBA defense.
Exactly.
You're not going to be a great defender, but where you can handle it, because he can shoot at NBA level. So, he had 12 threes in a G League game last year, and I think. You know,
he's always been a smart defender, and I thought what he got better doing with you, okay, is he got better moving on the airtime of the pass, especially whether it was zone, whether it was man, he was moving. You know, he's always used his length the best that he could, but he became much better moving, which is so important for making it in the NBA. You got to be, you're in help and recovery all the time.
And the NBA is a funny league. There's some teams like Miami will get guys shots. And other teams just really don't run stuff for shooters. So it's, and the G League coach in Oklahoma City ran stuff for, you know, the whole game, and he got lots of good looks. And if you get shooters good looks, they're going to make them. I mean, it's just a matter of time. You know, but yeah, it's. He just loves to play basketball. He's happy to be, you know, people say the G League. No, he's happy to be playing the G League. And, you know, his brother's playing in Germany for no money and riding buses. And, you know, so he's got a lot better than Jimmy. But Jimmy loves being in Europe, travels.
Right, they're making a career of it. That's awesome.
You go over to visit?
I went last year. It's just the planes kill me now. Just the long plane trips. I do the ACC games. It's just an hour plane trip. I can do that, but it's tough to go on those planes once you turn 80.
Well, you know, speaking of Oklahoma City, we haven't seen a repeat champion in the NBA in now 7 years, but they seem pretty well positioned. Olbrich just tried to have his own type of poster. Do you see the Thunder as, you know, a team that can repeat as champs?
You know, I really like the NBA, and I follow and I watch all the games because I just stay up late and like to see Steph Curry play. I'll stay up to 2 o'clock to see him play any day of the week because there's nobody like him, and it's just so much fun to watch him play basketball and what he does for the game. But I think the West is very tough. I mean, you got really good teams out there, but you know, when they got Hartenstein, I thought that was the deal of the year. I mean, I know New York wanted to get you know, Bridges and all that, but then they didn't have the money. And Hartenstein, when you watch them play all year long, he makes plays every game and hands-offs every game.
It's amazing, isn't it? He became the best short roll defender in NBA basketball.
Yeah, and I thought with him, because you never know with the big guy whether he's going to be healthy or not. And you have to have a guy like Hartenstein there who's there every night and screening, just the screens he set in rolls and stuff, and to defend the other big guys. So as long as they keep that group together, which they'll do, they'll figure out how to do it. I mean, they're right there every year. I mean, the Rockets, it's a big trade. Kevin is still good. Kevin can still go. You know, Minnesota's getting better. It's tough out there. The West is tough. The Knicks get a break, really. The key guys are hurt with the Celtics and the Pacers. And I'm not sure quite why Tom Thibodeau's not coaching. I guess you got to win the whole thing.
Well, we're talking about Isaiah Hartenstein. You go, speaking of Tom, he helped make him so much better in ball screen defense, ball screen offense, short rolling. He helped get him a great contract with Oklahoma City, and he really did the same things with everything he's done with the bigs since Chicago.
And the other thing, the criticism in New York, they're always saying, well, he does too much isolation. Well, that's what Jalen Brunson does.
Exactly. They had a top 5 offense last year.
Yeah, if you don't let Jalen Brunson go on one-on-one situations, he's not a guy that comes off screen. He has to have the ball. The same thing he did at Villanova, where they won a couple national championships, and isolate and go to the basket. You can't stop him. So I don't know. I mean, Mike Brown's a really good coach, and you know, I'm sure he'll do a good job. But you know, Tom Thibodeau, he's a pretty. I worked with him.
Back. Yeah, you did with the Olympics.
He's the only guy that likes to watch tape more than Coach K. You know, I'd go to bed at 4 a.m. after being up all day in the game, and we got a game, you know, practice the next morning at 10. But Tom Thibodeau and Coach K are still in there watching tape of a team that we beat by 67 points. So I'm like, Coach, I think I'm going to bed. Oh, okay, yeah, you go to bed.
Well, I don't know what Tibbs is going to do with himself for you. He's got to get back in quickly,
He will go to every practice he can and make notes and watch tape with coaches. And somebody will hire him pretty soon. That's, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Corey Alexander coming in, your colleague with ACC Network.
Yeah, I carry him all year. I have to carry him all the year.
No, it's Wes. Wes carries both of you guys.
Well, Wes is, yeah, I mean, who would take both of us? And, you know, Wes might be the only guy in the world that's going to take both of us in tow. But
but Corey's got you, but then he's got Dick Vitale, so he's got to go with that one at the end of the year.
Well, Corey works 122 games a year, so I mean, I don't feel sorry for him. I do 20 and I'm done. I'm exhausted. He does about 120. Crazy.
Nice play by Talon Peter.
Is there a game going on here? We're just doing a.
We're watching it.
Yeah,
It's kind of a sports game. It's a really good summer league game.
Really good. This is a 3 on the way. It's good for Enrique Freeman out of Akron.
He did it in front of his coach. John Gross from Akron is here. Rarity, he stayed with John Gross for 5 years, Coach.
Yeah, and he told me
incredible.
Well, he told me the money wasn't good enough until if it was now, he'd be gone.
Yeah, but he still found a way. That's some loyalty.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You can't blame kids. I mean, he lost a kid this year for $2.1 million. I mean, the thing about it is, there's all this crazy stuff. The
skills, some toughness, and be a full-time competitor.
The game has changed a lot, but Jim Boeheim, it's great to have you still around it. And thanks for coming on, Coach. Great to see you.
Great to see you both.
You too, Jim.
Thanks.
We got ourselves a game here. 4-point lead for the Bulls at halftime. When we return, more good stuff coming at you, and a terrific second half is on tap. Buzelis and Furphy. Who's going to have the best dunk of the day? We might not have seen it yet. Stick around.
What can I get you?
I want a job where I can help people.
I want a job building rockets.
I want to work somewhere creative.
My man! Hey!
Sometimes, you know, you could.
winning games and being a winner is probably one of the biggest things for me. So just being in an organization like this with great players, a young core, great coaching staff from top to bottom, just always wanting to get better. And I think we got something to do, we can do something special.
Through your conversations with R.C. Buford, Brian Wright, Mitch Johnson, what's their vision for you and how you can have an impact immediately?
I mean, obviously everyone sees, you know, the roster and who we got. To just be you, I mean, you're going to have 2 great guards, great wings, great bigs. Just play off them, play your game, and just be confident in who you are.
San Antonio's produced the last 2 Rookie Player of the Years in Victor Wembanyama and Stephon Castle. What kind of goals are you setting for yourself going into your first season in the NBA?
I mean, probably the biggest goal I put for myself is just get better every day, whether it's on the court, in the film room, in the weight room, just always be productive and just win the day. But definitely, like you just said, Rookie of the Year, that's definitely a goal. And just, I definitely got a lot more goals, but just trying to take it day by day.
Down the road, when you look back, what do you hope you've accomplished at that point in your NBA career?
Winning NBA championships, and just getting to a level I think I know I can get to.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in that. Have a great first season. Thank you so much for the time, Dylan.
Thank you.
Right now, 14 people are waiting for you to join the call.
Your financial journey starts with your own ambitions. But that doesn't make it a solo
Never too
mission.
greasy, never too
Money
spicy,
is a tool to help
always
yourself
delicious.
and the
Hormel
ones you love the
pepperoni,
most.
boldly irresistible.
Saving up for your first home and setting up for your firstborn. Paying down debt and paying.
We expected some fun out of Yuki Kawamura, and that's what we got in the first half.
Absolutely, Yuki, man. It's a Yuki show when he comes. But like I said, this is no novelty act now. This guy can play. He is a model of efficiency. Plays hard, great step back here. Keeps his vision. Obviously, he's never going to be the biggest guy in the matchup, but he is quick. He can play. He can pass. Oh, look at this pass. He whizzes the ball through there. He keeps his eyes up. He extends it. Crafty, very good decision maker. Sometimes a little streaky, but look at that. He's in there fighting for the ball. There is incredible respect when somebody plays that hard, but also is efficient and gets things done.
9 points, 7 dimes, 3 for 4 shooting. Yuki Mania in the first half. There's Lachlan Olbrich. The big man from Australia stretching it.
Well, he didn't get the attention that last year's 55th pick got in Bronny James, but he's going to have his own career nonetheless because he can play the game, he can move. I thought that was a really smart pick by the Bulls at 55.
Yeah, got a hand on that shot from Furphy. Numbers for the Bulls. It's Freeman Liberty for 3. What a start for Chicago. 2 triples in 30 seconds.
Javon Freeman Liberty is a bucket getter. He's a scorer. He can play it at all 3 levels. And when you see him without the ball knocking down a shot like that, that's got to be good for the Bulls to see.
Wheeler with that slow go. We got a wedgie. I mean, this game's had everything.
Now we've got a wedgie.
We have a wedgie. That's a great look.
Good block right there by Ulbrich. Gets the ball, looks up the floor. Very skilled player. Great pass ahead to Freeman Liberty, and that's where he is at his best. Hold your follow through, stick your landing. Don't bounce when you miss. When he misses, you got to really start with his feet. Because when he gets his feet set, he has a good landing. It's usually going to be a pretty good shot. Sometimes he gets a little bouncy with his feet. He doesn't have that landing, and it can go different directions. But I love watching him play. He is full motion all the time.
You know, a lot of people, when they think about shooting form, coach, they say just beef. You really go deep into it. Is that your favorite part of coaching? Coaching shooting?
No, my favorite part of coaching is getting guys better. Outside of the competition of the games, it's just watching guys get better. But yeah, the beef is a great term. We learned it a long time ago. But there's so much that goes in, you know, with the ability to land, the ability to finish your shot.
Some guys, it's a work of art. The jump ball. Cam Jones on the ground. Ulbrich saying that's me. He wants to take the jump ball.
Beef really means, you know, it's the balance, right? The B is the balance, but it's really the balance that you finish with so many times too. You have to be balanced, go straight up. Doesn't matter if you're what foot you're leading with, but that landing is incredibly important. And the longer I coached, the more I knew how that was as important as anything you did, how you landed.
Who's the best shooter you've coached?
Steve Novak. Steve Novak,
pretty good answer.
Right there. Travis Diener would be right up there. A guy named Jordan Hulls played for us at Indiana. I've had some real. I never named my favorite top 5s, but I would put those 3 as a couple of the best shooters I've ever had a chance to coach.
The way Anthony Edwards shoots the ball now,
he's getting there.
He might be in that category.
Yeah, he's in the first sentence on best players, but that shooting is definitely coming. He made a lot of strides in that the last couple of years, especially with his catch and shoot.
Jones wins the tap over to Furphy, who had a terrific first half. A couple of highlight reel dunks, great sequence with a 3, a stop, and then a big-time slam. Enrique Freeman for 3.
I like that. If Enrique Freeman can develop a consistent outside shot to play, and then just got to get better defensively, especially in the ball screen game. But he is a high-energy athlete. He's always getting up and down the floor.
Asenge loads it up, knocks it in. Noah Asenge, his terrific day continues.
He really does. And again, we're talking about the bottom. He gets good lift. When he gets good lift on his jump shot, he's got a heck of an opportunity to put it in.
Got a game-high 16, the 18-year-old from France. Jones can't respond. Freeman cleans it up. Enrique Freeman had a double-double in the Pacers' last game against Oklahoma City. Got 12 and 4 now. Buzelis off the mark. Furphy with the rebound.
A little bit high. He didn't really get much covering much ground on that step back. Buzelis, the biggest thing to me offensively is to play lower, longer for him.
Moving his feet there nicely, but Ray J. Dennis scores anyway.
It's good to see Ray J. He's got a lot going on here. He's got to throw the ball up ahead. He's got to run the point on this team, but he's also a guy that's wired to score.
26 points, 9 dimes in their first game here this week. A win over Cleveland. Ahead of the pack here, Ray J. Dennis, a 2-hand stuff.
Now they're getting it going with their defense. You got a great game, Drew.
This is a fun game. High level. Buzelis on the cross, trying to get past Wheeler, just shoots over the top and scores.
That's a nice job. I mean, he's a little like Tristan da Silva is in Orlando. They want to see Buzelis get to the lane, make plays, make decisions, but be able to get into the paint and really get some efficient things done.
Dennis creates some space, strokes a tray.
Nice job. Sometimes all it takes is that layup or that little floater in the lane, and all of a sudden the bucket looks so much bigger, and that's what's happening for Ray J right now.
Back and forth we go here at the Pavilion. 1 point Chicago lead just over 3 minutes into the third. Some contact and a foul. Ulbrich draws it on Freeman.
Look, here we're going to see this defensive play gets made. All right. Shot goes. I'm sorry. We're going to see Freeman first. Freeman knocks it down. Good pass. All right. Now we see Freeman Liberty get into the paint, kick it out to Asenge. Ready to shoot the ball. Down low, ready to go. Great steal. Ray J. Dennis comes, gets Young from behind. Tips it to Jones. He's off and running. Easy bucket.
Ray J. Dennis has 10. All 5 Pacers starters in double figures. Here's Yuki Kawamura. Picks up the dribble. Finds Jameer Young. 3 ball is short. And Freeman with the rebound.
He was open, but on a closeout like that, you want to keep the game going. Get to the rim. Get inside the paint. Look for one of your floaters or runners.
Dennis the setup. Wheeler. Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. And Statue of Liberty defensively right now. We were standing straight up in the corner on that. Scoring's a little bit too easy for both teams right now. The team that can lock in, gets 3 stops in a row, much better opportunity. Again, the weak side defense was not where it needed to be on this play. As we see Wheeler stranded straight up, comes in early. There's nowhere for Asenge to go, and all of a sudden, Philip Wheeler's got it on his head.
There's a good freeze frame in there somewhere.
Nice.
Someone's got a great picture.
Yeah, look at that.
Dunk.
Absolutely.
Like Larry Nance in the dunk contest.
Credit the pass too, but great job by Wheeler getting in the corner. He's a multi-dimensional guy for this Pacers Summer League team.
Kawamura continues to get into the teeth of the defense and make things happen. He's up to 10 points now to go with his 7 assists, 4 for 4 at the line. Talon Peter checks back in. Ray J. Dennis takes a seat. Dennis had scored 7 points in a row and then got the assist on that Wheeler jam.
Like we said a bit ago, the team that starts locking in can get 3 stops in a row, going to create some separation in this quarter. Because right now it's just a little too easy to score. And the efficiency of offense is good, but the lack of doing things defensively is apparent as well. Nice pass by Cam Jones.
Yeah, right on the button for Peter, but he missed the 3. And that outside jumper is why Talon Peter's got a chance to make it in this league.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Another foul by Furphy on Buzelis when he shoots a 3. He made it in the first half.
Absolutely. You can't do that if you're Furphy. He's up too high. Buzelis and Furphy have this in common. They've got to play the game lower, off the dribble and defensively. And you just got to be in a better balanced situation like that. That shot had no chance. That play had a chance.
That's what we're looking
for.
Right
there. Look at the freeze frame.
Nice job by our crew.
Oh, my goodness. That is a poster right there by Philip Wheeler. Great bucket. Milo is sitting somewhere extremely happy right now.
What can I get you?
I want a job where I can help people.
Locked in a good one. Modest Buzelis to the line for 3 free throws after he was fouled shooting a 3 by Johnny Furphy again. And when it happened in the first half, Buzelis made the shot, completed the 4-point play. Now looking to get 3 from the line.
That's one of the reasons with free throw shooters was he came off the line early. You know, again, it's so much about balance. A lot of times big guys fade with their shoulders because they don't get their shoulders forward. Buzelis is doing that. You don't want to fall off the line. See, that was a good job right there. Got to have balance as you lift up and finish your shot, whether it's a jumper or free throw.
17 for the second-year pro, Modest Buzelis. Cam Jones, tough finish off glass.
Yeah. Asenge did everything he could. Cam Jones is a professional in a lot of ways, but none more so than what he does when he gets inside that lane to go with one of his layups. Patented, he pulls that thing off his hip so fast.
Kawamora's pass kicked away by Freeman. Cam Jones, I mean, you called this the tush-push of basketball. His layup, it's just automatic.
It really is, and he's developed it. It's getting, and like I said earlier, Tyler Kolek was like that, or is like that as well. Josh Giddey is phenomenal pulling that ball up quickly off his hip. Cam Jones is smaller, but he can go either way. He gets the ball lifted, and whether it's overhand, whether it's underhand, it's almost impossible to block his shot.
Ulbrich the kick. Emmanuel Miller missed the three. And here comes Jones again with the Pacers trailing by 1. Chance for them to move to 2-1, stay in the mix for a playoff berth. Three-pointer comes up short for Freeman. Fight for the rebound. Multi-car pile up at midcourt. Jones has it. Numbers upstairs and down hard for Josiah Jordan-James. And Billy Donovan III wants a timeout.
Good to see Josiah Jordan-James get in there, get a confident play. Had an excellent career at Tennessee. Was part of the Fort Wayne, or part of the Mad Ants last year. Nice play by Josiah Jordan-James. Played for the great Rick Barnes at Tennessee. Excellent play, Cam Jones. Come on, Bulls. You got to get back in the play. Got to get back. Drew, you might have got that dunk, Drew.
On an 8-foot hoop, certainly. Josiah Jordan-James in the box score.
When the Colonel cooked up his famous $7 fill-up, some
probably will have at least 3 4-0 teams. Point differential is the tiebreaker. Freeman with the block. Enrique Freeman returned to sender. Lachlan Ulbrich on the floor. Freeman's got it. Now Kawamura does. Ahead to Miller for the flush.
Great play by I mean, just a phenomenal catch. Reads it, throws it ahead to Emmanuel Miller. Great play.
That's 8 assists for Yuki Kawamura.
Yeah, I got tongue-tied. Yuki. I'm sorry.
Call him Yuki. Yuki Mania. Defending now against Cam Jones. Josiah Jordan-James, the midi. Miller with the rebound. We've got bodies on the floor. Ulbrich and Freeman. And the foul is, I believe, on Enrique Freeman.
Well, we got a loose ball. Freeman, good hands by Emmanuel Miller right there. And there's Yuki to grab it, pick it up, grabs it with 2 hands, throws it ahead to Miller. He never gets that ball if he tries to grab it with 1. Grabbed it with 2, and in 1 motion just throws it right there. Great heads-up play, and great job by Miller to create the deflection and then cut to the rim.
Jones getting back to that left hand. It's automatic.
It's automatic. He's so good with the spins. You know he's coming. He did it to everybody. He did it in the Big East, did it in the non-conference. It's a transferable skill. We'll see.
Murphy swats Buzelis. That's a fun matchup, those two.
Yeah, it really is. And I think they're going to be, seeing how their careers play out. Who knows where they'll be over time. But right now, Murphy's getting better. Buzelis is maybe a little bit ahead of him in minutes and things like that. But Murphy has definitely shown a high level of improvement. And I think they're really, I was talking to Brian Hagan today, assistant general manager. They are so impressed with what Buzelis has done since the end of the season. They said he's always been a phenomenal hard worker, but he's taken it up a notch, especially with what he does with his body and with going out and trying to understand the situations that he's got to have to be a bona fide NBA rotation and starter.
And to force that shot, late shot clock. Great play by Freeman Liberty to keep it alive, and Buzelis puts it in. Domantas Buzelis ended with the arrow pointing up in his rookie season. More than doubled his scoring from before to after the All-Star break. Athletic guy, good three-point shooter. And he finishes it off here.
Yeah, it does. It's scrum in the lane right there. Murphy's grabbing. They're going after it. Freeman Liberty gets the ball, throws it back in. I mean, it's a hustle and a scrap. You're not getting things with one hand. The ball gets kicked back. Great heads-up play by Freeman Liberty.
Kawamura navigating the screen. Ray J. Dennis, the floater, no. And here comes Olbrich, the big man at 6'10", gliding through the lane. Wow!
I like that
play by Lachlan Olbrich.
Man, he dropped that shoulder. I mean, he brought that to the NBA. He went right through Robert Baker on that drive.
Peter gets inside and scoops it in. A lot of points in this third quarter.
Taylor Peter hasn't done a ton today, but this was no fluke with Indiana drafted him. There was interest from Detroit. There was heavy interest from San Antonio. There was interest from Milwaukee. And they did a great job scouting him. Ryan Carr, assistant general manager, who's been with the Pacers forever, has a son that's a manager at Liberty. As we look at Buzelis go to the rim, Olbrich go through Robert Baker on that move.
There's Buzelis with the N1.
Yep, good finish, good contact, finishes through his eyes. And finishing my thought on Peter, Ryan Carr's son Austin is a manager at Liberty. Ryan has his twins. They both go to Liberty. And so here's a guy that's not too many 6 men of the year in Conference USA get drafted into the NBA. But there's one that did. He's got a heck of a story.
Well, Liberty hadn't had a pro in, what, 40 years?
40 years. And Richie McKay did a fantastic job with him in 1 year's time. Richie had a pretty good Indiana Pacer in Danny Granger, who he coached at New Mexico.
And good call. Freeman Liberty, that won't go. Got it back and scores. Stick-to-itiveness.
Stays with it. He's so quick, and he's wired to score. There's no question.
Peter is rejected by Miller.
Yeah, that's Talon Peter right there. You're going to have to learn a shot fake right there, because that's not going to go anywhere. Get a shot fake, create the next dribble. But Richie McKay, the story goes, when Talon left Arkansas Tech, right? Not a lot of pros out of that school either. But man in that league, Jason Eaker, had worked for Richie McKay and had coached against him and called Richie about him. And Richie took it upon himself to be the lead recruiter and Talon Peter after he watched the film. And I recruited OG Anunoby at Indiana basically off of film. And when you see something that you like and you see the abilities that they have, I'd seen OG play in person and I was intrigued, but after watching film, we offered him. And a lot of that's what Richie did with Talon Peter, bringing him in.
Certainly a good find. Kawamura's blocked, cleaned up by Muoka. David Muoka having himself a nice game. 3 for 3 from the floor, 6 points. Here's Ray J. Dennis. The foul was on him on the previous possession. It's set up for James. He missed the 3 with $1:40 to play. Bulls by 8. There it is. Nice job by our crew. 40 years since a Liberty player had been drafted. Talon Peter goes 54th overall. There's a steal from the Pacers. James pushes ahead. Peter. He is fouled on the dunk attempt and slides right through the wickets of Gerda Gatling, the official. But Talon Peter, he's not just a shooter. He was a two-time state champion in Arkansas in the high jump.
Great pass. He likes to tee these off. He was right there. Good defensive play, but good job passing. He's another guy. He's quick. He's fast. Like you said, the athleticism there. He can get up that court.
A reminder: Summer League action continues on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. Tonight on NBA TV, you get the Jazz and the Spurs, then the Clippers and Lakers. And tomorrow, Timberwolves, Pistons, and Thunder Magic.
Watch Talon Peters. He goes to that foul line. He had his workout with the Pacers. I think there were other players in there. He went 9 for 12 in live scrimmaging in the half court inside of that workout.
On threes, right?
And threes. And the one of one Larry Bird, the former executive, obviously, of the Pacers and coach of the Pacers, was in the building, still doing a role for the Pacers. But Kevin Pritchard, Ryan Carr, Chad Buchanan, Rick Carlisle, they're all in the gym when he goes 9 for 12 inside of that workout. And I think he became a priority draft pick after that.
Good cut there from Peter, and he finishes on the feed from Hunter Maldonado.
Yeah, we see he's way more than just a three-point shooter, and he's got a lot of skills. He's going to have to work his way up, but he's not shy with that. You go to Arkansas Tech and then transfer to Division I, you know that you've got a long road.
Kawamura on the step back, trying to go 2 for 1. Talon Peter has scored the last 6 points for the Pacers, who trail by 4. Shot and game clock split by 7 seconds. Screen from Peter. Freeman Liberty switches out onto Ray J. Dennis. Peter, a long one. Bulls can hold for the final shot. Freeman Liberty draws 2. 5 seconds left. Javon Freeman Liberty, kick it out. Noah Sengay for 3. And this will be a 4-point game as we go to the 4th quarter. You don't want to go anywhere, folks. 10 minutes to play, and these guys came to play.
They absolutely did.
Point differential's your first tiebreaker. So right now the Spurs, Raptors, Pistons, and Thunder are in pole position to make the playoffs. We cannot wait to watch this one with you alongside the coach, Tom Crean. I'm Drew Carter. We'll check in with Melanie Ricks in just a moment. And Tom, for the Chicago roster, a lot of people wondering what's the direction of the franchise. Modest Buzelis can help them find it.
Well, there's no question about it. And he was a big part of it last year. And if they're going to get back to where they're a perennial Eastern Conference opponent that's not only challenging in the playoffs, but being in there and getting something done, he's going to be a big part of that. But so is Noah Senge. And the rookie has come in and looked like he may not play today, a little bit banged up, but we see him out there warming up. He's going to go. He's got incredible speed. Bottom line, man, this is going to be one quick, fast game.
Yeah, that's how the Pacers want to play it. They get it across half court as fast as any team in the league. And one guy who can help them do that is Johnny Furphy from Australia.
I love what Johnny Furphy's becoming. And he burst onto the scene, coming over to Atlanta, playing in the NBA Academy games, goes to Kansas, has a really solid freshman year. Comes into Indiana, just a perfect place. His athleticism, look at this guy. I mean, he flies up the court. He cuts to the rim. He's got great speed. He's got great lift. He's got to get his jump shot to where it is absolutely consistent. But he is the perfect fit for this type of transition team that Rick Carlisle has built. And, Drew, it does not matter. When Indiana and Chicago get together, if it's 10 degrees or if it's 110 degrees here in the desert right now, Indiana is going to push the pace.
Yeah, Indy was 7th in the league in pace, just raw possessions per game last season. The Bulls were 2nd. Only Memphis played faster. So you check out the starting lineups. Noah Senge is in after he missed the last game with a quad contusion. Senge, the 12th pick in this year's draft. Buzelis, the 11th pick in last year's draft. Javon Freeman Liberty's been filling it up for the Bulls as well. On the Pacers side, Ray J. Dennis, you're looking at right now. The first game here in Vegas Summer League, he scored 26 points, but struggled in their last game, a loss, as the Pacers come in 1-1. The Bulls come in 0-2.
Well, one thing Coach Isaac Jacob has said about Ray J. Dennis, he wants him to play faster on this team than he's ever played in his life. And he's a guy that's been well coached by Todd Kowalczyk at Toledo and Scott Drew at Baylor. Played with this group last year, went through the finals run on that bench. And it's going to be interesting to see how he handles this, because third game, and he's got to get better shooting the ball, but he's got to get better at making sure he continues to throw it ahead to these wings and over the top.
Isaac Jacob coaching the Pacers. Billy Donovan III is the Bulls Summer League head coach, 33 years old, and the son of the coach of the big club, Billy Donovan.
And only 33 years old. That beard might be hiding that a little bit, but he's 33. Trying to look a little bit older. He's a heck of a young coach.
Yeah, a lot of these coaches in Summer League are just getting their feet wet in that head job as the Pacers control the opening tap, looking to move to 2-1 here in Vegas Summer League. It is tough to make that top 4 of the playoffs with a loss, but Indy not out of it just yet. Here's Furphy, the 35th pick in the draft last year after he was 1 and done at Kansas. Big-time recruit out of Australia. 5 to shoot. Ray J. Dennis lets it fly, comes up short. And the rebound to Javon Freeman Liberty. Ahead to Jameer Young, former Maryland Terrapin, rejected by Furphy.
Well, we know both teams are going to run, and Liberty's a guy that he can push it, he can throw it ahead, he can get to the rim. He'll take some pull-up threes. You're playing basically with 2 point guards right now with Javon Freeman Liberty and Jameer Young in the game, which is good for Chicago.
And Young averaged more than 7 assists per game in the G League last year, 17 in red. Here's Buzelis at 6'9", versatile wing. Freeman Liberty on the pump and go, can't roll it in. Rebound down to Cam.
How many times have you seen Caitlin play in person? I'm sure you were at that game.
I was not at that game. I was on assignment, maybe out here.
That makes sense.
I wasn't there. It's a bummer, though. I'd like to see her play in person. Have you seen her?
Not in person.
We got to change that, Coach.
I know the McCaffreys well. Coached against her boyfriend Connor many different times, but she's fun to watch. No question about it.
There's a foul away from the ball against the Pacers. It's the second foul against Indy here in the fourth. Billy Donovan, the third, coaching up his Bulls, trying to get them their first win here in Vegas this week. Dennis trying to turn the corner. Yuki Kawamura moving his feet, got the steal. 4-on-2, keeps his eyes up. Freeman Liberty, showtime, and Buzelis on the finish.
We just got another top 10 play right there. No question about it. Yuki with the hands in this situation. Ray J's not low enough. As he go, they love it right there. But look at what happens there. Yuki gets around the screen, takes the shoulder bump. Jerron Freeman Liberty taps it. Look at this pass. Vision, flick it, dunk. Great play.
Apartments.com gives landlords the tools to manage your rentals with ease. It's like having
David Muoka had one. And then, of course, Johnny Furphy with a couple of massive highlights that I'm sure you've seen on social media already.
And you will see them all night long.
Yes, you will. Buzelis with a steal. We might have another one here. Thought he was fouled by Jones. Out of bounds off of Chicago. They are going to go quickly here to avoid giving Chicago a chance to challenge, but it's not going to matter as Asenge with a good defense in the backcourt.
Showing that skill package. I mean, he's got length. He's a long guy. You got it. Can you imagine what he's going to look like a year from now if he's 193, 194 pounds? What he's going to look like back here next summer? I mean, I think that was a really, really smart pick.
Oh, Kawamura!
Faded. Oh, stay in your shot, Yuki.
That would have brought the house down. Good hustle from Buzelis.
Is he hooping in the Asics? Is that what those shoes are? We got to get a look at those shoes.
Indeed he is, yeah, Yuki.
The Asics, man, look at that.
Clearly they've got good traction.
They sure do. That start, stop, deceleration. Ray J goes down, he just faded out. He took a hero shot rather than shoot it the way he normally does.
Nice find to Freeman Liberty. Yuki Kawamura has a double-double. 14 points and now 10 assists. Defending Dennis, and he gets 2.
Good finish, good controlled drive. He's wanted to get to the rim. Broke it down left to right. Still plenty of game right here for the Pacers to get back in this.
Yeah, 2.5 to go. 9-point edge for Chicago. Here's Ulbrich in that roll. Good hands from Enrique Freeman. Got the steal. Pacers need to go fast, but that's what they like to do anyway. Dennis trying to float it inside for Furphy. Looked like a wide receiver on a jump ball, and he's fouled by Freeman Liberty.
Yeah, those are tough passes unless you've got him more in the center of the lane. And he was a little bit more on the right side. But credit Furphy for taking the pass and doing something with it, keeping the ball alive. Watch Peter slide back up for an open three. There it is.
Yep, good call, Taylor Peter. Everything but the shot. Good find from Cam Jones. Kawamura, the pocket pass. Olbrich finds a wide open Asenge, and that could do it.
Pretty good. He's played through it. He's played hard. I'm really impressed with the lift he's getting on his jump shot today.
Here's that matchup again. Furphy defended by Buzelis. Jones lines it up, knocks it down. 18 points for Cam Jones.
Yeah, you don't need to foul yet. Oh, just put pressure on.
Not on the bonus yet.
Good pass by Yuki. Throws the thing right into the middle. Olbrich kicks it out. Asenge is ready to shoot the ball. Knocks it down. Got to be a little bit tired, especially dealing with the injury. Woke up this morning, probably didn't think he was playing, and here he is, banging a three late in the game.
Freeman Liberty. Oh, Buzelis with his eyes at the rim. It's an exclamation point on a banner day for Modest Buzelis. 28 points. And Furphy gets 2 more, up to 15. Not over yet. Freeman Liberty tried to lob it up. Maybe not a smart play there.
No, that's decision making right there.
That's a goaltend by Asenge. Leads down to 7.
Great. Got behind the defense. Ball watching again late in the game. Running their rotations. They don't get back in time. There's Buzelis flying out of that left corner for the alley-oop.
Look how high he got on that dunk.
That's big decision time. You're playing in front of Billy Donovan here. Arturas is here. All these guys finish the game the right way if you're Chicago. The play before that, there was no need for that type of play. Time and score is always important, whether it's the middle of the season, whether it's the playoffs, or whether it's here in Vegas for the Summer League. You have to show that you understand time and score situations to especially the people making decisions on your future.
Kawamura 5 for 5 at the stripe today. Both teams in the bonus. Avoids the announcer jinx. 15 and 10 for Yuki. I mean, you check the box score. Bulls fans are going to be excited. 28 for Buzelis, 21 for Asenge, 15 and 10 for Yuki Kawamura.
He stays absolutely locked in. Poise. You can tell he loves playing, and guy he makes things happen.
Offensive rebound, Freeman Liberty. How does that happen for the Pacers? Oh, Kawamura. Are you kidding me? This guy? Freeman Liberty! The Chicago Bulls are putting on a show in Vegas. Dennis fouled by Emmanuel Miller. These guys have looked like the Globetrotters.
They really had. We watched this play happen. There's been so many great plays inside of this game. Ball goes back to Freeman Liberty. They're trying to have big time. Think of the presence of mind to make a pass like that. And then here's Javon Freeman Liberty flying down the lane to get that dunk. But how about Yuki in midair with the behind the back?
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more Kawamura. This guy's incredible. I mean, what a blast to watch. Doesn't even get an assist on that one, but that might be the greatest pass in the history of trying to kill time.
Unbelievable. I mean, he did it in one motion. He was in the air as he threw it.
You imagine him in the four corners for Dean Smith?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Unstoppable.
Absolutely. This level of quickness and ability to process decision-making and split-second timing is really, really impressive. And he's doing it in the ASICs, too. That's kind of impressive, too.
Everybody loves Yuki.
Well, shoes they look like trail shoes that you go out and you hike in, but he's hooping in those things right there. And I'm not criticizing. I like the shoes. I like the look.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Seven-point game. Will set up the play. Freeman Liberty trying to get free, and he's fouled by Ray J. Dennis.
Yeah, and right now, you got to play this out. I mean, this is a situation. It's not about how quick we get the game over. It's how quick can we learn something from this game. How do you teach your team to stay in the game and do what they have to do? And they're going to get another opportunity. No time comes off the clock. There's still time in this. Plenty of time. But as you said earlier, you got to go quick.
Freeman Liberty 2 for 2 at the line as Isaac Jacob looks on. It's amazing how quiet the pavilion gets. He was about to shoot the free throw.
That hasn't been quiet most of the game. I don't think next game's going to be very quiet either. Heat and Celtics in here. Credit Billy Donovan third. He's done an excellent job. He's the Windy City coach. He's very in control. Knows what he wants. Got a good staff over there. We mentioned Pete Crawford early. He's an excellent young coach.
Peters' pass intercepted by Ulbrich.
Yeah.
Lachlan Ulbrich with the takeaway. And the Bulls can bleed some more clock. Freeman Liberty. And it poked away by Peter. Remains with Chicago. Big smile from Javon.
Yeah. Summer League. You can get away with that smile. You do that in the regular season. It's not coming.
Was out of bounds off the Bulls.
Yeah.
9-point game.
Still want to attack if you're the Pacers. Maybe you're not going to win it, but you want to keep trying to play the right way.
And that'll just about do it. So the Chicago Bulls come to the pavilion and pick up their first win of Summer League, led by Modest Buzelis with 28 and Yuki Kawamura with one of the most thrilling performances we've seen in Vegas in a long time.